Act 2. You can thank to Big Nana for that one. We're going to talk about love. The 4-letter word that can bring us close together and make us feel one-on-one. Or it can be the one that jabs you right in the heart.
It makes you want to go play in some fucking traffic.
Pretty much. I'm sitting with my good friend Brooke here, and we're going to discuss love with her. Brooke, when it comes to love, what can you say? Spelling.
The better question is, what can I not say about it?
For example?
I've been in love 4 times. And I can categorize each love in a different category of love.
Let it out.
Let's see, there's Brandon.
Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about Brandon.
Now or when we were dating?
Let's go when you were dating.
When we were dating, Brandon was a biatch to me. Treated me like poo. But yet, I loved him.
And what happened between you two? Did he leave you for another woman?
No, actually, I broke up with Brandon, and that's when he started dating another guy.
Oh. How many people have you dated that turned out gay?
1.
2. 3-time the lady.
Only 2.
2 people.
Mm-hmm.
So you got that gay pussy. You be turning men gay.
Well, because they know they'll never find anything better.
You know what? Come to think of it, you said 4. That means you turned 2 gay. That means you got a 50-50 chance.
Actually, I was only in love with the one of them that I turned gay.
Okay.
Then the other 3 all left me for other women.
Let's talk about those 3. Let's take your first one after Brandon.
Eddie.
Tell us about Eddie.
What do you want to know about him?
Love.
Let's see. Eddie lived in Florida, so we had a long-distance relationship. And Eddie was my fairy tale love. Definitely. Because we had all this great shit planned out, but... Jesus Christ, Big Nana!
This is the lady I want everyone to see who is ruining this whole show right now. That's right. Back it out. Now walk it out. Now walk it out. She walks it out. See, that's it right there,
Nick, I said something about she was taking off her shirt and her t-shirt came off. And I said, oh, your Hooters showed. And she goes, that's the name of a restaurant, too, besides just the tits. I said, yeah.
You'll only get that from her. I just want to let Whoa, whoa, whoa. Camera everywhere.
Okay. But, so, anyways, back to Eddie. We didn't really plan on real life happening in our plans.
So, you still love Eddie?
I still care about Eddie, but I'm not in love with Eddie.
Who'd you date after Eddie?
Eric.
Tell us a little story about Eric. Who is he?
Eric is Eric Moon, aka Mr. Big.
Big.
And he has that name because of Sex and the City, because just like the Sex and the City character, for some reason Carrie cannot put Mr. Big out of her life no matter what he does to her, and that is what he is to me.
Let's speed up the process. Who's your last love?
Steven.
Steven. Get ready for another 3 minutes of this. Tell us about Steven.
Where to begin?
Where'd you meet him?
MySpace.
Ruining one life at a time.
Exactly. Yes. Yep.
What happened?
Me and Steven dated for a year, and in that year things were completely and utterly perfect. We couldn't ask for a better relationship. We never really fought. His mom and dad loved me, my mom loved him, vice versa. Everything was hunky-dory. We got along, our friends got along, everything was great. And then one day, it was a Monday, he was at my house, and I was like, well, what time do you have to work tomorrow? And he's like, I don't have to, or I'm like, what time do you have to work today? He's like, I don't have to work. I'm like, what time do you have to work tomorrow? I don't have to work until 2. I'm like, well, then why don't you just stay? He's like, because I have to go home. I told my dad I'm coming home, and he's going to give me money to turn my phone back on. So I'm like, whatever. So I leave, and a couple minutes later, I come back, and I'm like, so what are you going to do? He's like, I'm going home, Brooke. He's like, I told my dad that I'm going to go home. And, what are you doing there?
Just want to get a close-up on the shot.
And, so I was like, okay. And I got pissed off. And we walked out to our cars. And he walked past my car and was like, I love you. And I was like, I love you too. And then I got in my car. So, Monday afternoon comes along. And I try to get a hold of him. And he's not answering. And then Monday night comes, and I call him again, and he's not answering. I'm texting him, no response. So the next day, I call him at work, and he's not at work. And so I keep calling his work, and then finally someone told me that he called in. And then I called his sister, and his sister's like, well, I haven't seen him in the past 2 days. So I got worried, thinking that, he got in a car accident and died somewhere on the side of the road. And then I call his dad, and his dad is like... I haven't seen him since, yesterday, but I haven't been home at all today, blah, 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 blah. And earlier that day, I had sent him a message on MySpace. So I go later, probably about 11 o'clock, and check my messages on MySpace. And sure enough, there's a message from Steven.
And what did it say?
It said, I don't want to break up with you. I love you. I'm in Ohio visiting a friend. And I didn't tell you about her. Yes, I said her. Because I didn't want you to think that I was cheating on you. Yes, that's right. He didn't tell me about it because he didn't want me to think I was cheating on him. So what's the good thing to do? Lie to your girlfriend about it. Because that doesn't make you look suspicious at all. But in that same message, there was a message from a person. He'll remain nameless because he's still feeding me information. Love culprits. And it said, you don't know me, and I don't really know you, but I know your boyfriend. He's my ex-girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. And I just thought you should know that your boyfriend is cheating on you with someone who lives in Ohio. Coincidence. That's where Steven was. So I sent that message to Steven, and the next day we fought about it. He's like, I can't believe you would believe someone over me, and that you don't even know, and it was on MySpace, blah, 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 and we got in a huge, argument about it. And then that night he was still acting really weird, and I'm like, what's your problem? He's like, I'm just tired. So then Thursday rolls around, and I have a Christmas party for one of my works. I was working 2 jobs at the time. And I went to my other one to get my check, and that's when she informed me that we were closing the office. And I was devastated because I love that job to death. And so, I call my boyfriend, the person who's supposed to be there when I'm down and I need someone to pick me up, and doesn't answer the phone. So I go to the Christmas party, and I text him, and I go, look, I'm going to be leaving in a half hour. Are you going to be awake? He says, yes. And he says, I'm sorry to hear about the West Bloomfield job, meaning that he listened to my voicemail that I left him. So 15 minutes later, I call him, no answer. So I leave him a very mean message, and I'm like, thanks for being a boyfriend and being there when, I need you the most, and blah, 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 whatever, whatever. So the next morning, Friday, I get a text message on my phone telling me to go check my MySpace messages. Yes, that's right, I said MySpace messages. And there's the message from Steven.
And what did it say?
It said, I think we should take a break. It's not you, it's me, blah, 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 bullshit, 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 all the shit. So I freak out and call this motherfucker at work.
Profanity?
Yes. And first he's like, I don't know, I just need to figure some shit out, da-da-da-da-da. So, I talked to my